Have a warm welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Lüning, Horst Lüning. I'm the senior taster of Whisky.com, and from time to time I'm asked what I do have in my bar, my personal bar, not in my business bar, or let's better say Ben's business bar, where we record our whiskies, where we are both in front of the camera, and there are hundreds of open bottles left over from tastings. And this is something special, what I'm taking home with me, and well, present that to my friends. And for Christmas we had relatives there and friends there, and we had some tastings. And for those I do not only have whiskies, which is my very favorite, but we also have other spirits here, and I will show them as well. There are not many, but I think they are all available at Whisky.com in our store, in our internet shop. And I start with, well, the cheapest one of all. And this is here, the Dewar's White Label. And this is a relatively cheap blended Scotch whiskey. I think it's the most sold Scotch whiskey in the US, I think. And this is, well, solid based blended whiskey, not too fancy, not too, too many expressions in it. It's straightforward. It's just a blended whiskey. And well, if somebody likes to mix it, and then this Dewar's White Label is just the right thing. And well, this is in my bar for years now, and it was a bottle with a cracked cap, and that's all which went out through many, many years. So this is the first one. Second one I would like to show is my only bourbon I have, because I'm not that friend of bourbon. The more the bourbons are artisanal made, the more bourbons you have made on pot stills instead of column stills. I like that more than others. And this one contains as well wheat, which brings the maize, the corn, a little bit more in the back, which I do not like that much. So this wheated Kentucky straight bourbon, well, this is one which I like quite well. And it's a lighter one, and yeah, you see there's not much out of it, because I haven't had that for years, and only friends had a few drams out of that. Yeah, so bourbon is not my favorite, but Ben likes it very much, so he has the task to taste all those bourbons, and he traveled, or he visited more bourbon distilleries than I had in the past, with my, I think, three journeys through all the whiskey producing states and territories in Canada, where I took pictures very, very early in that time. Then we have, just on the outside, we have a rum, and this is the Zacapa rum XO, named like the Cognac with a XO, extraordinary. I took that with me due to the extremely fancy bottle they have, and it's a very sweet and caramel laden spirit. And this is a Solera 1 Grand Reserve Special from virgin sugar cane. So this means this is not melasse, but this is real sugar cane. This is a special kind how rum is made. My son had made a lot of pictures, a lot of videos how rum is made, and the different kind of rums. And if you have a look at the specialties or the special categories here on Whisky.com, you can see the different types of rum and the different spelling of rum. Either it comes from a French colony or from a Spanish colony, and so there's a lot of things going on with the rum. And well, so I have that, and I have to say that one I like Yeah. Then there is a cognac. We think we have that as well. So cognac is made from grapes, and this also not my favorite kind of spirit. It's Scotch malt whiskey, which I prefer, I like most. And this is a single cask Très Vieux Cognac Brut de Fût. Natural color, non-chill filtered. And they're writing it in French on the top and in English on the bottom. Yeah. So this is a limited release of 571 bottles with a seal on the side. So this is, I think, expensive. And yeah, it's one of the better cognacs, if not to say one of the best. And well, I like it, but I don't like it that much that the amount of of cognac in that bottle has has evaporated, to say it cautiously. Yeah, then the next strange thing I have in my bar is this Stauning Danish whiskey, and this is a double malt. This is a malt whiskey from malted barley and malted rye. And at Stauning in Denmark, I visited that distillery. They have a robotic machinery turning the malt on the malting floors. So it's no longer tedious work with a shovel and everything. No, this is done by robot. And this is a wonderful whiskey. I think 18 or 24 very small direct fired stills, and those two malts together, a wonderful piece of work. I like it very much. And how much is gone? Yeah, a fourth of the bottle is already gone. Then I found a bottle very much in the back. I only have the open bottles here in my cask. There are several bottles, closed bottles, which I probably should show as well. And here we have a Mortlach, yeah, from 1954. So this is an old bottle from Gordon MacPhail, and this should have been bottled around the year 2000, 2005. So it should have 2008. Yeah, it's written on the top, 2008. So it's 54 years old. And I had that never. I do not remember. Probably it was a broken or an unsealed cork. There's a different cork on top, which does not fit really, but is very tight. And I forgot that to taste. Yeah, so like a delayed Christmas gift. I will have that. Lately I had a 1956 Glen Grant, a very small sample from Gordon MacPhail. And I had a Mortlach 1957, and we tasted that in the autumn together with the relatives, and they were over the top. They were very, very, oaky. Not wonderful spicy oak, but oaky, very oaky. So I will have that tonight. Have a small sip of that to see how, or if this is still good or if it's over the top as well. Yeah, we will see. Then we come to the better stuff, and here we have a Ben Nevis, 25 years old, and you see, you don't see, here it's nearly gone now, and it's 57.1 ABV, so 100 proof, a wonderful piece of work, one of the really best, one of 555 bottles, and it was distilled in 1991 and was bottled in April 2017, so it's already 8 years open or 7 years open. So you see, I do not taste that much at home because, well, if you have a profession as a whiskey dealer or reseller, then you have to be very, very careful how much you consume. Yeah, so there is the chance of getting addicted to. And we've seen some, more than one competitors, going down the drain. Yeah, unfortunately, very sad. So we stay with very little consumption, and the most I consume is that I do taste in front of the camera. It's always half a centiliter per whiskey, that 2 times, so 1 centiliter per whiskey, and I'm tasting, say, 70, 80 a year. So I'm on a full bottle in a year, and I do have less than that under the year in private consumption. So you have to be careful, and I always say have better alcohol, better whiskey, not more. Yeah, this is very, very important. No? Then I have a bread and butter bottle, the 12-year-old double cask matured from Aberlour. We had that with my son together in front of the camera, I think, and I liked it very, very much. And that one stayed here, and there is not more out of it than we had together in front of the camera. So that's all we had from this one, and highly recommend it. I like it. And now we're coming to the last one, and this is a very special one because it's long gone. And I have a German video blog where I read out of a book. I introduced the book to the public, and this were about central bank digital currencies, very critical. And in contrast to that, the Bitcoin, and was everything explained. And with my introduction to this book, sales rocketed at the author, and he was very, very joyful and thankful for that. And he presented this bottle to me, and I looked it up. It was far above 300 euros. So I'm very thankful for that, and I like that. And we had that, so it's half of the bottle is gone, and we had that celebrating Christmas and birthdays and everything. So this Balvenie double with 17 years of age, an exceptional whiskey, and I got that as a gift, and I'm very thankful for that. And yeah, so this is what I had, or I have in my bar, in my personal bar, and I'm only able to take take this video after many, many years, because the bottles in my bar stay quite constant, and we do not have that many guests that those bottles drain fast. No. It's just not a bottle a year which is consumed out of my bar. So that's it for today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned. There's more to come.